Raise your hand if you've ever wondered why gold is valuable. Like, actually valuable. Not just because people say it is, but truly why. Because when you think about it, gold is kind of strange. You can't eat it, you can't build a house with it, it's soft, heavy, and honestly pretty useless for survival. And yet every human civilization on Earth became obsessed with it. The Egyptians, the Romans, the Inca, China, India, Europe. People who never even met each other all looked at the same yellow metal and decided it mattered more than almost anything else. That is not normal, and once you understand why gold became valuable, you start understanding humans. So let's go back. Way back. Around 4500 BC, in what is now Bulgaria, someone picked up a strange yellow rock near a river. It looked different, brighter, almost glowing, but the weirdest part was that it never changed. Rain didn't damage it, air didn't damage it, time didn't damage it. That piece of gold still exists today. More than 6,000 years later, and it still looks almost new. That was humanity's first clue. Gold survives. Everything else dies. Iron rusts, silver turns black, copper turns green, wood rots, kingdoms collapse. But gold just sits there unchanged. To ancient humans, that felt supernatural, like holding something immortal in their hands. And there was another reason people became obsessed with it. Gold was easy to notice. You didn't need technology to find it. Sometimes it just sat in rivers catching sunlight. Imagine being an ancient human, looking into water and seeing something glowing at the bottom. Of course, people thought it was magical. Nobody loved gold more than the ancient Egyptians. By 3000 BC, Egypt was mining huge amounts of it. To them, gold was not money, it was divine. They called it the flesh of the gods. Pharaohs were buried in it. Temples were covered in it. King Tutankhamun's famous death mask alone contained more than 20 pounds of solid gold. But there was a dark side to this obsession, because gold had to come from somewhere. Egypt's mines were brutal. Prisoners, slaves, and entire families were forced underground into tunnels with almost no air or light. Some tunnels were designed so people would never come back out. One of history's greatest civilizations was partly built on human suffering. And this pattern repeated itself again and again throughout history. On the other side of the world, the Inca civilization also became obsessed with gold even though they had never met the Egyptians. But the Inca saw it differently. They didn't use gold as money. To them, gold was sacred, the sweat of the sun. Their temples shined with it not to show wealth, but to honor their gods. Then the Spanish arrived and melted everything down into coins. Imagine watching something holy get destroyed and turned into money. Two civilizations separated by oceans and thousands of years both treated gold as something beyond human. So where did gold actually come from? This is the part that sounds fake. Gold did not come from Earth. Most of it came from exploding stars. Billions of years ago, giant stars died in massive explosions called supernovae. Those explosions created heavy elements, including gold. Then asteroids carrying that material slammed into the early Earth. That means every gold ring, every gold coin, every piece of jewelry was literally forged in space. And almost all of it sank deep into Earth's core. The tiny amount humans ever found is just the small fraction left near the surface, which means all of human history, all the wars, greed, obsession, and treasure hunts happened because of a few rare traces of dead stars buried in rock. Then came the gold rushes, and this is where people completely lost their minds. California, 1848. A man notices something shiny in a river. Within 2 years, 300,000 people flood into California. Entire towns appear overnight. People abandon jobs, families, and homes just for a chance to find gold. And it kept happening. Australia, Canada, South Africa. Every time gold appeared, humans went insane. Men crossed frozen mountains, starved to death, and destroyed entire landscapes chasing it. Most found nothing. A few became unbelievably rich, and the people who usually made the most money were the ones selling shovels. But here's the craziest part of all this. Take every piece of gold humanity has ever mined. Every ring, every coin, every Olympic medal, every king's crown, every bank vault. Melt it all together. The result would fit inside a cube about 22 meters wide. That's it. Thousands of years of obsession, and it all fits inside something smaller than a building. which is exactly why gold became valuable. It's rare, almost impossible to destroy, beautiful, easy to recognize, and older than Earth itself. But maybe the real reason humans became obsessed with gold is because humans fear time. Everything around us disappears. People die, civilizations collapse, memories fade, but gold survives, gold stays. And maybe that's why every civilization on Earth looked at it the same way. Not as money, not as metal, but as permanence. A tiny piece of eternity you can hold in your hand. And now you know why gold became valuable.